Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged. This is not a joke, this is real.
As a team here at New Heights to get together and send Travis and Taylor a giant congratulations for being engaged. Yeah! The proposal heard around the world. Woo! Yeah!
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce just flipped the internet upside down with news fans have been begging for. These two are officially engaged and people are losing their minds. The pop queen and the NFL champion have turned their whirlwind romance into one of the biggest cultural shocks of the year, and the buzz is louder than ever. It all started with Travis pulling a move that seemed almost too corny to work. He tried slipping Taylor a friendship bracelet at one of her concerts. What the world thought was just a playful stunt turned out to be the spark that lit up a love story everyone thought was too good to be true. Before long, Taylor was front and center in the VIP box at Kansas City Chiefs games, screaming for her man like it was her own personal halftime show. And Travis, he wasn't about to be outdone. He was jetting across the globe, sneaking into crowds to watch her tear down stadiums during her record-breaking tour. This wasn't just another PR fling or a headline-making situationship. No way. From the second these two started popping up in each other's worlds, it was clear something deeper was brewing. And now, with this engagement, they've officially locked in a love story that feels bigger than the music charts and the Super Bowl rings combined. Fans have been obsessed watching the worlds of music and sports crash into each other in the most explosive way. Taylor brought stadiums full of new eyes to football, while Travis suddenly became a superstar far beyond the NFL. Their every move together, from red carpets to sideline cuddles to sneaky little date nights, had people buzzing nonstop about what was really going down between them. Now with the engagement locked in, they've officially confirmed what millions were screaming for. This isn't just a fling, it's the start of their forever. The whole thing feels ripped straight from a rom-com script, except this time it's bigger, messier, and real. A global pop icon and a Super Bowl champ writing their own modern-day fairy tale while the entire world watches. That's Hollywood-level drama playing out in real life. And leave it to these two to break the internet in the most Taylor plus Travis way possible, with a dreamy Instagram drop that instantly became the post of the year. The photos showed a jaw-dropping proposal in a garden overflowing with flowers, dripping in romance like a scene crafted for the big screen. Fans could not get enough of it. Taylor added her cheeky touch, captioning it, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married," with the perfect little emoji that had everyone screaming. It was goofy, it was romantic, and it was so unapologetically them. Within seconds, the comment section turned into chaos. Hearts flying, crying faces everywhere, and fans gasping in disbelief that the fairy tale they had been rooting for had actually come true. And to top it all off, people were raving about the proposal setting, saying Travis picked the ultimate spot to lock her down. One fan didn't hold back, writing, "Honestly, if Taylor Swift's engagement does one thing for culture, I hope it pushes people to stop settling for mid-partners. Find someone who makes you feel the way Taylor says Travis makes her feel." That comment lit up the timeline, but it wasn't the only thing people caught. Fans with eagle eyes noticed a shady little moment when Travis gave Taylor some serious side-eye on their podcast, right when she called him her boyfriend. And here's the kicker, he wasn't even her boyfriend yet. That slip had fans dissecting every frame, every glance, like detectives. One post on X went viral. "I cannot believe Travis Kelce walked into Arrowhead on July 7th, 2023 with nothing but a friendship bracelet and a dream of meeting Taylor. And now he's marrying her." Talk about a plot twist nobody saw coming. But Travis wasn't about to play small when it came to the proposal. This man went all in, like he always does. He worked with Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry to design a ring so unique it could only belong to Taylor. The centerpiece, a jaw-dropping old mine brilliant cut diamond that fans are already calling one of the most iconic engagement rings of the decade. The photos from the big reveal are giving pure romance movie vibes. In one, Travis is on one knee with Taylor clutching his face, completely overwhelmed with love. Other shots show them tangled up under a pink and white floral trellis, and another has them perched on a storybook-looking bench that looks straight ripped from a Nicholas Sparks novel. At this point, Taylor and Travis have upgraded from America's favorite couple to America's royal bride and groom in waiting. The countdown to their wedding just hijacked the culture because right now, nothing else matters more than this love story. Just when everyone thought they had the full scoop on Taylor and Travis's dreamy engagement, boom! A surprise twist dropped, and it came straight from Travis's dad, Ed Kelce. In a fresh sit-down with News 5's John Coik, Ed spilled details that nobody saw coming. And let's just say, it made this love story even juicier. Here's the shocker. The proposal didn't even happen on the date fans thought. Ed revealed that Travis had actually gotten down on one knee 3 weeks earlier, quietly locking Taylor in almost 2 years after they first stepped into the spotlight as the it couple the world couldn't stop obsessing over. That means Swifties have been out here screaming over tour clips, podcast jokes, and pap shots, not even realizing their queen was secretly engaged the whole time. Talk about sneaky. And apparently, Travis wasn't sure when to do it. He wanted to wait and set up some over-the-top grand gesture, maybe later in the month. But Ed and Taylor's dad, Scott Swift, weren't having it. They were both in his ear basically saying, "Stop overthinking, just do it. Forget fireworks and choreographed plans." The dads wanted pure heart. In Ed's exact words, "You could do it on the side of the road. Do it any place that makes it special when you get down on one knee and ask her to marry you. Simple, real, and honestly, perfect." Fans are already clowning online that the dads deserve co-writing credits for this proposal because their pep talk is what pushed Travis over the edge. So how did it go down? No massive stadium lights, no red carpet circus, just a low-key, heart-meltingly romantic proposal at Travis's home in Lee's Summit, Missouri. A private moment that made it clear this wasn't about spectacle, it was about love. And that's exactly why people can't stop swooning. The setup couldn't have been more Travis, thoughtful, smooth, and straight from the heart without turning it into a circus. He told Taylor they were heading out for dinner, but before they even made it to the car, he pulled her aside into a floral-filled garden and dropped the question of a lifetime. Ed Kelce said it was absolutely breathtaking. The kind of moment that makes your chest tighten just hearing about it. And what did these two do right after sealing the deal? They grabbed their phones and started blowing up FaceTime. Travis and Taylor called Ed, called Donna, called Scott Swift, making sure every parent and loved one heard it straight from them before the news went global. Ed laughed as he told the story, admitting he was literally standing at a Philadelphia Eagles practice when his phone lit up. Imagine being able to say, "Sorry, I need to step out. My son just got engaged to Taylor Swift." That's not just news, that's legendary. And a glass of wine. People can't believe that one of the biggest proposals of the decade went down in such a private, old-school romantic way in the spotlight. And honestly, that's the kind of fairy tale twist nobody saw coming. Swifties are calling it peak Taylor. Romance so simple, so raw, it feels like a scene ripped straight out of one of her songs. Fans are swooning over how both dads, Ed and Scott, secretly played Cupid in the whole thing. One person joked on X, "The dad squad making sure Taylor gets her fairy tale. I'm crying." Another fan couldn't get enough of Ed, writing, "Ed Kelce giving proposal advice. This man is a legend." But not everyone is just basking in the cuteness. Oh no, Swifties are in full-blown detective mode. One sharp-eyed fan wrote, "Taylor says Travis is her boyfriend on the podcast, but Ed says they've been engaged for 2 weeks. That podcast was 13 days ago. So were they already engaged when it dropped?" Others spun the theory even harder, claiming Ed basically spilled that Travis proposed the same day they filmed the pod. One viral post said, "That was the last few hours of Taylor Swift as just a girlfriend. You can literally see the face of a man about to propose. And if you thought Ed had already given away too much, think again." He dropped an even wilder detail about the exact moment he found out. Picture this, Ed Kelce sitting in the middle of a jam-packed Philadelphia Eagles practice. Not just a regular run, but one of their massive public ones with 60,000 fans packed into the stands. Suddenly, his phone buzzes with a FaceTime call. He answers, and there's Travis, grinning ear to ear with Taylor right beside him. Ed said he didn't even need words, he instantly knew what was coming. And right there, surrounded by tens of thousands of screaming football fans, he watched as his son and Taylor broke the news. Can you imagine being able to say you found out your kid just proposed to one of the most famous women on the planet in the middle of a football stadium? That's not just family history, that's cultural history. Ed confessed this whole proposal wasn't exactly a shock to him. He'd been in on Travis's plan for months. He even admitted he thought his son might pull the trigger during last year's NFL season. That means Papa Kelce has been sitting on one of the juiciest secrets in sports and pop culture, just waiting for the day his boy finally dropped to one knee. But what really hit him wasn't the timing. It was watching just how different Travis has been since Taylor came into his life. According to Ed, he hasn't seen his son this genuinely happy in years. And to prove it, he spilled one ridiculously sweet story that left fans completely unhinged. Just a few days before the engagement news broke, the Kelce parents joined Taylor and Travis in Kansas City for an ESPN event. Afterward, instead of some flashy after-party, the couple brought mom and dad back to Travis's house. And here's the detail that sent Swifties spiraling. Taylor Swift cooked dinner for the whole Kelce family. Yes, Taylor herself was in the kitchen whipping up a meal, then serving it out on the patio where they all ate under the night sky. Forget private chefs or five-star restaurants. This was Taylor showing love the old-fashioned way, apron on, making sure her man's family felt right at home. Ed said it was one of those moments where everything just clicked. He described it simply as kind of neat, but fans aren't buying the understatement. They're calling it the cutest, most human moment yet. The world's biggest pop star and an NFL giant sitting outside with their parents, laughing over a homemade meal like any other couple. For Ed, that sealed it. This wasn't just romance, it was real, deep love, and the engagement was always going to be the next step. What makes this engagement feel so unreal is how it blends everything people love about Taylor and Travis. Romance, family, a dash of secrecy, and a whole lot of heart. Sure, the flashing lights and global headlines are blinding, but strip it down and you've got two people in a garden saying yes to forever. That raw mix of intimacy and spectacle is exactly why fans can't stop replaying every single detail. And while the couple has kept most of the proposal's most tender moments under wraps, there's one thing that refuses to stay in the shadows: the ring. Let's be honest, nobody expected Travis Kelce to roll up with anything less than jaw-dropping for the world's biggest pop star, and he delivered like a man who came to win. This sparkler isn't just a ring, it's already being hailed as one of the most breathtaking pieces of celebrity jewelry of the entire decade. Jewelry insiders are losing their minds over it. Benjamin Core Depot of Estate Diamond Jewelry called it a total throwback to the Victorian era, thanks to the delicate gold work and intricate details that scream heirloom luxury. Fans are saying it looks like it belongs in a royal museum. According to Page 6, the masterpiece was crafted by Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry, who worked closely with Travis to make sure the design was both timeless and unmistakably Taylor. The centerpiece, an elongated antique cushion-cut diamond that tips the scale at about 8 carats, graded F in color and VS1 in clarity. Translation: massive, flawless, and blindingly perfect. Set in handcrafted 18-karat yellow gold with needlepoint prongs and delicate engravings along the band, the ring looks like something passed down for generations, but with a sparkle so loud, it practically blinds cameras. Core Depot even admitted it might be his favorite celebrity ring of the year, and with all the Hollywood proposals flooding headlines lately, that's saying something. Fans are already dubbing it the Swift Sparkler, and honestly, the name fits. The design couldn't be more Taylor. She's always leaned into that vintage vibe, whether it's the old Hollywood glam she rocked during her Red era, the soft romantic looks from Folklore and Evermore, or the delicate retro-inspired dresses she throws on off-duty. This ring feels like it was lifted straight out of her personal storybook. It's not just a diamond, it's a reflection of her artistry, her timeless aesthetic, and the way her entire career has been built on blending nostalgia with modern magic. Travis didn't just buy her a ring, he gave her a piece of jewelry that looks like it could have been written into one of her lyrics years ago. And of course, Swifties are spiraling. Social feeds are blowing up with close-ups of the rock, side-by-side comparisons to Grace Kelly's legendary ring, and even Princess Diana's iconic sapphire. Some fans swear the design feels like a character detail ripped from one of Taylor's own love songs. Romantic, symbolic, and way too perfect to be coincidence. It didn't take long before memes, edits, and even fake dupe versions of the ring started trending online. Jewelry recreations are already popping up on Etsy and TikTok shops because when Taylor wears it, the whole world suddenly wants it too. This isn't just an engagement ring, it's a cultural event. At the end of the day, this sparkler represents way more than Travis's proposal. It proves just how perfectly he understands Taylor and her world. A secret garden, a vintage-inspired 8-carat diamond, and a full-on fairy tale aesthetic. It feels tailor-made for Taylor Swift. And that's exactly why this love story doesn't just feel real, it feels larger than life. Of course, after that first blinding look at the sparkler, everyone had the same question. How much does it cost? Taylor may be keeping her lips sealed about the price tag, but jewelry experts wasted no time spilling the tea, and they're all saying the same thing. This isn't just an engagement ring, it's a crown jewel fit for royalty and megastars. Benjamin Cord Depot of Estate Diamond Jewelry threw out the jaw-dropping estimate, around $550,000. Yes, you read that right. Over $500,000 glittering on Taylor's finger. When you factor in the size of the diamond, the flawless grading, and the old-world craftsmanship, the number makes sense. This isn't just jewelry, it's wearable art. Fans naturally are gagging over the price. Memes of $500,000 on one finger are already taking over X, with some joking that Travis basically proposed with a small mansion wrapped around Taylor's hand. But the money talk is only part of the frenzy. The real obsession? The mystery of what actually went down in that garden? The Instagram photos gave fans flowers, romance, and smiles, but Swifties want the full play-by-play. Did Travis drop a speech? Did Taylor cry? Were her parents secretly hiding behind the rose bushes? Or was it just the two of them locked in the moment before the world found out? Nobody knows, and the couple's silence is only fueling the conspiracy theories harder. One thing's for sure, whatever Travis planned hit straight out of a fairy tale, and now the world is desperate for every last detail. Some secrets will always stay just between them, but what we do know is that Taylor and Travis's romance has carried this effortless, organic vibe from the very beginning, even under the brightest, harshest spotlight. The couple, who first linked up in 2023, recently gave fans a rare peek behind the curtain when Taylor joined him on his New Heights podcast. And trust Taylor to turn even a cozy sit-down into a cultural earthquake, she casually dropped a bombshell right in the middle of it, announcing her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl. Once again proving she's the master of timing, she tied her love life to her music in a way that had the internet convulsing with excitement. Meanwhile, Travis was doing some confessing of his own. In a GQ profile that same week, he peeled back the curtain on just how deeply he feels about her. "Whenever I'm with her, it feels like we're just regular people. We're just two people in love," he said, brushing off the cameras and chaos that trailed them everywhere. He even made it clear their relationship was never some staged PR stunt. It wasn't calculated, it wasn't manufactured, it was just real. "Nothing I've ever done has been a controlled, organized process," he admitted. So while fans may still be frantically piecing together the missing details of the proposal, what was said, who cried, who was there, one truth is undeniable. This story has all the makings of a modern fairy tale, a secret garden, a $500,000 ring, and a romance that somehow still feels raw and real even while the whole world is watching. Right now, they're the most captivating couple on the planet, and fans can't get enough of how loudly Taylor and Travis cheer each other on. From the jump, they've been each other's ultimate hype squad, and that's exactly why people are hooked. Who can forget September 24th, 2023? That was the night Taylor shocked the world by sliding into the Kelce family suite to watch the Chiefs face off against the Chicago Bears. The cameras caught her laughing it up with Mama Kelce, screaming during the big plays, and turning what should have been a normal NFL Sunday into an international headline. That night wasn't just a game, it was the moment the romance went public. From there, it was game over. Taylor didn't just stop at one appearance either. She became a full-on staple at Chiefs matchups. Every touchdown had her on her feet, celebrating like she'd been a die-hard football fan for years. And when the Chiefs fought their way to the Super Bowl, Taylor was right there in the stands, cameras catching her reactions every step of the way. Those cutaway shots of her screaming, clapping, and tearing up went so viral that some fans dubbed her the unofficial MVP of the season. But Travis wasn't about to let his superstar girlfriend be the only one putting in the work. When Taylor took her record-shattering Eras tour worldwide, guess who popped up in the crowds? A 6'5" NFL champ, singing Love Story like the rest of the Swifties, and dancing like nobody was watching. Whether it was Kansas City, Tokyo, or anywhere in between, Travis showed up for her with the same wild energy she gave him on the field. Fans lost it seeing the NFL's toughest tight end turning into the ultimate Swiftie. proving this romance isn't just PR fluff. It's built on mutual love, raw respect, and the kind of fangirling that feels way too cute to be real. The engagement might still be fresh and no wedding planning has officially begun, but Ed Kelce is already gearing himself up for the big day. When pressed about what comes next for his son and Taylor, he admitted that while the details are still totally up in the air, he's as ready as any dad can be for when those wedding bells finally start ringing. And let's be real, if the engagement announcement was enough to break the internet, the wedding itself is destined to be one of the biggest cultural spectacles in modern history. Ed kept it humble though, describing them as just two young people, very much in love, cast into a spotlight they never asked for, but one that followed them because of their success. It was the perfect mix of proud father and protective parent, reminding everyone that at its core, this isn't about headlines, it's about Travis and Taylor choosing each other. But while Ed is keeping his feet on the ground, fans, not so much. Social media is already in overdrive with wild wedding speculation. Where will it be? A glamorous Parisian chateau dripping in romance? A countryside estate that feels like Taylor's folklore album come to life? Or maybe something even more unexpected, like a surprise destination no one saw coming? And the dress? Swifties are convinced it'll be nothing short of iconic. Maybe a vintage-inspired lace gown, maybe multiple designer looks in one night, because when has Taylor ever done just one outfit for a major event? As for the guest list, fans are calling it already the most star-studded gathering of the decade, packed with Hollywood A-listers, NFL royalty, and music's biggest names. Ed may be staying grounded, but even he knows he's about to witness something extraordinary. He's watched his son conquer football's biggest stages, but this wedding, this will be the ultimate show of love, power, and global attention all rolled into one. At this point, it's undeniable. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce aren't just a couple, they're the cultural event of the decade. From a sneaky proposal hidden in a flower-filled garden to a $500,000 ring that looks like it belongs in a museum to dad's low-key playing matchmaker, this love story has gone from whispers to a global phenomenon overnight. Fans are obsessing over every frame of their romance. Taylor screaming in the Kelce suite like she's been a football fan her whole life. Travis belting out love story in the crowd like he's just another Swiftie. And now, both of them stepping into a future together that feels like it was scripted by Hollywood itself. The engagement isn't just news, it's history, it's music, it's sports, it's romance, and it's a spectacle so massive the world may never see another love story play out like this again. And now the only question left is the wedding. Will it be Paris, a countryside estate, a fairy tale castle no one can even imagine yet? Who's on the guest list? Beyonce, Adele, Patrick Mahomes? Swifties are convinced the ceremony will make the Super Bowl look like a backyard barbecue. And honestly, they might be right. One thing's for sure, Taylor and Travis aren't just America's couple anymore. They're the world's obsession, and the countdown to I Do has officially taken over pop culture. The hype, the secrecy, the fairy tale aesthetic, it's all building toward a wedding that's guaranteed to dominate every headline. And if you think this story can't get any bigger, just wait. Because when the aisle moment comes, the internet is going to break all over again. Stay locked in with BarzBuzz for every twist, every rumor, and every shocking reveal. Because this saga is far from over.